Hello and welcome back once again, fellow vinyl aficionados. This is episode 21 of Racers Vinyl Fast 5. Again, hello everybody. Thanks so much for coming back and joining in on the Fast Five. For those that this might be their first time, what I do is I've got 5 albums beside me here. There is something that is going to tie those 5 albums together. It is up to you if you choose to play along to guess what you think it is that ties the 5 together. It's going to be a little tougher today. So I'm looking forward to seeing if anybody can get it. I will as well do a spoiler alert and then give you the answer at the end if you care to watch what the answer is. Okay, so it could be something on the album cover, could be the band name, could be the album name, could be a song on the album, could be something on the back cover, or a combination of all of those. It's not, if it's just the album cover, it's always the album cover, but you know what I mean, okay? Couple behind the scenes things, like my Godzilla shirt. Yes, I show my Godzilla shirt off every time. Godzilla got nominated for an Academy Award. I don't think it'll win, but it's a pretty darn good movie, Godzilla -1. Anyway, I digress. This is the third video that I have recorded today, and with each subsequent video, I do a costume change. It's like a Cher concert down here. You didn't need to know that, but now you do. This is my Frost 2024 toque. I was volunteering all weekend at our local winter festival. It was fun. I was driving a little train around, driving the kids around for 8 hours. It was fun. Gonna do it again next weekend. All right, without further ado, here is today's 5 albums. They all have something that tie them together. It's up to you if you choose to tell me what it is in the comments. Or, again, stay tuned through the spoiler alert, and I'll tell you the answer at the end. Today's suggestion of a bin number and a album number comes to us from Johnny L. There is Johnny's page back there. Outstanding young man. Make sure you check him out, Johnny L. What I mean by bin number and album number is I've got 48 bins, and in each bin there's about 30 to 50 albums. We'll call it 30. So I need a bin number between 1 and 48, and then I need an album number between 1 and 30, and I will take that number and make a future Vinyl Fast 5 out of it. Gives me a challenge, gives you a challenge, and away we go. Okay, so today was, again, courtesy of Johnny L. There's his page. Man, I got to get better at pointing at that screen. Anyway, and it was bin 20, album number 15. Excuse me. All right, so here we go. So that happened to be Helix, a great Canadian band out of Eastern Canada. I won't call them heavy metal. I'll call them hard rock, and I'll call them just good Canadian classic rock and roll. And this is Breaking Loose, back to near the start, if not, in fact, the start for Helix. And, excuse me, again, the album is Breaking Loose, and it's Helix, and there is the back, and there is the front. Album number 2 is The Queen of Soul, and it is Aretha Franklin and Lady Soul. She's the queen and the lady. There you go. So there is the front, there is the back. Not a lot on the back, but sometimes it might be something on the back. Up next, again, I think you guys are going to have to work at this one a little bit, but someone's going to get it. Fleetwood Mac and Rumors, the album that everybody has, at least one that everybody showed, or most people showed, or a lot of people showed in their Vinyl Tag 2024. Rumors by Fleetwood Mac. You've seen the front and you've seen the back, but now you've seen them again. Man, I'd like to edit that out, but I'm, 4 minutes in already, and I don't want to start over. You guys will be all right. Except I'm going to keep doing it, but I'm going to try not to. All right, self-titled, up next by the Georgia Satellites. Of course, the big song off of here was Keep Your Hands to Yourself. So good, so good. They lasted a couple of albums, and then Dan Baird went out on his own and did some things as well. Just good old greasy southern rock and roll, and I love it. Georgia Satellites, there's the front, there's the back. Away you go. And last, and certainly not least in today's Fast Five, it is a little punk power pop band out of California. Pop punk? No, just punk. Whatever. Just good. We'll just call them good. How about that? There you go. Social Distortion, Mike Ness and crew. I had the pleasure of seeing them a few years ago now. Mike had some health problems in the last little bit. They were going to be out on tour, but hopefully that is all cleared up, because I did see that they announced some tour dates, some rescheduled tour dates. So good stuff. Anyway, self-titled Little Social Distortion. There's the front. There's the back. So good. So good. You got to know Social Distortion. Okay, so one more run through quick. There's the front. Social Distortion. Self-titled. Social Distortion. I haven't had enough coffee yet today. I'm not sure if I'm slurring that or not. Anyway, there's the back. Good Lord. You guys got to be getting tired of me. Georgia Satellites. There is the front. There is the back. It's self-titled. So, does that have anything to do with it? Maybe. Fleetwood Mac, Rumors. There you go. There's the front. There's the back, because none of us have ever seen the front and back of Rumors. Aretha and Lady Soul. There is the front. There is the back. For those playing along on Discogs, it's SD8176. And the one that started us off, which was Bin 20, album number 15. Let me know your bin and your album number in the comments, along with your guesses. It is Helix and Breaking Loose. There is the front. There is the back. Some pictures of the boys on the back. Brian and company. Anyway, Helix and Breaking Loose. So there's your Fast Five for today. What ties them all together? Again, if you choose to, let me know your thoughts, your guess in the comments. If you don't choose to, did I have that hair on my shirt the whole time? Squirrel. It's not a hair. It's just dust. Let me know your thoughts, what your answer is in the comments. If you want to know the answer, stay tuned. And if you're going away now, thank you so much for joining. Spoiler alert. Okay, spoiler alert. Here we go. Not spoiler alert anymore. I already did that. This is the answer. And I'm leaning back over because I set them down too far away. Hey, look, there's my stuff in the background. Did you guys ever notice? I'm not sure if you noticed or not. I try and change the lights. For each video. A little bit, anyway. All right, so it was, again, courtesy of Johnny L. There's Johnny's channel. Check him out. The link to it will be in where links go. It was Bin 20, album number 15, which started us off, and it was Helix. And hey, look at those chains on here. Yeah. It is broken chain, but it's still a chain. So there you go. It's going to be chains, and I'll explain. So there's on the cover, it is Helix. I wanted to make it a little more difficult today. The last couple have been, I think, fairly easy. So we're testing you a little bit. We're testing you. All right. Aretha and Lady Soul. You know what's on here? Yep. Chain of Fools. There you go. Chain of Fools, Aretha. And you're thinking, what's on Fleetwood Mac Rumors that has to do with chains? Well, it's not plural, it's just the chain. So there you go, the chain on Fleetwood Mac Rumors. Georgia Satellites, I mentioned, of course, the big song, which was, Keep Your Hands to Yourself. But one of my favorites on this album is Battleship Chains. Good song. If you haven't listened to this for a while and enjoyed it back in the day, listen to it again. It's damn good. Battleship Chains. And to finish us off, Mike Ness and the boys, Social Distortion and Ball and Chain. If you are familiar with Rock Band, the video game, I'm pretty sure Ball and Chain was on at least one, if not a couple, or some greatest hits, or it was in Rock Band, or it was in Guitar Hero. Anyway, Social Distortion, check them out if you are not familiar, and Ball and Chain. So there you go. That is the answer for today's Vinyl Fast 5. Again, thanks so much for watching, everybody. If you would like to help me out, let me know a bin number between 1 and 48 and an album number between 1 and 15. Thanks so much for tuning in. You have probably tuned out by now, but if you haven't, thanks for sticking around. We'll see you next time on Racers Vinyl Fast 5.